Hey, I'm Shane from Admin Arsenal. Awesome present today. We've got Jeremy Moskowitz. He is an MVP with Group Policy. Yeah, come on up here, buddy.
Yeah, well, I don't want to. If I'm so close, then I'm in your airspace.
Yeah, no, I have no space issues.
No elbow room problems.
Not at all.
Right on.
Love rubbing elbows with the best. And Jeremy is the best. He, you might know him from gpanswers.com. You've probably seen him at TechEd in the past, and
Ignite in the future.
Ignite in the future, as TechEd is now known as Ignite. We're gonna kind of talk about problems that are affecting a lot of you right now in your environment. We're going to deploy a couple of common applications. We're going to do Java, Chrome, and Firefox. But
everybody loves those things.
Yes,
I mean, they
do.
love them. And by love, I mean don't love.
It's a love-hate relationship, mostly hate. So we're going to deploy that, but that's still where most of the problems still exist. You can get these out to your target computers, but now we want to be able to manage and centrally configure these applications to run according to whatever you need your according to your environment.
Let me repeat back what I think I heard you say.
Please.
You've got applications. How the heck do you get them out there? And once you get them the heck out there, how the heck do you manage them? Is that the wrap up?
I think that's
the wrap up too.
You nailed it.
So I think the best way for us to start is let's show people what our current environment looks like, which is to say just our two desktops. We got two desktops ready to go. Let's show them how there's a whole lot of nothing going on.
Yeah, if we look at we have computer Win 7, computer Win 8.
Yep.
We open these up. This is in PDQ inventory. You can see that really we have .NET Framework and some drivers.
Okay.
No applications. We certainly don't have the applications we're talking about.
Can we also see it from a user's perspective if they go to Control Panel and add and remove programs? Can we show people?
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's go to the...
We have some remote desktop sessions open.
That's what I mean. So that way we're showing that we're not pulling a fast one on anybody.
That's a great point. Nothing under the sleeves. So we're going to go into this is on our Windows 7 target machine. We're going to go into the programs and programs and features. There you go.
No, so I don't see Firefox, I don't see Java, and I don't see Chrome. And maybe they'll just take our word for it that we also haven't pre-staged Win 8. So let's just...
you'll take our word for it.
Take our word for it. Okay. So nothing up our sleeve. Let's get right down to getting our software deployed instantly using PDQ deploy.
Yep.
Okay.
We're going to go. We'll start off with Java 8.
All right.
Is that a good one?
Yeah.
Or do you want to start? Okay.
Doesn't matter. I mean, any order is fine for me.
Perfect. We're just going to do deploy 1. So obviously you can choose your targets from a number of sources, but in this case, we're just going to type in the names of the computers to make it go fast. We have computer Win 8.
All right.
We have computer Win 7.
Excellent.
That check mark means that they are both in DNS. We're going to hit. I'm going to remember these targets for next time, just because we're going to deploy to these same computers again. Now we're going to push out.
Do we have time to drink a beer, or does it go really fast?
I'm almost wrapped up.
I know you're working on it. I'm working on not beer, but how? So this doesn't take long, is the whole point, right?
Nope. Right now, we're going to run through some basic steps. If we can open up our PDQ deploy package. You can see we do kill the browsers.
Okay.
Uninstall any previous Java 8 that's out there,
okay.
And then literally we're just going to install Java 8 update 25.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Got it.
3 steps. Slam bam. Thank you, ma'am. We're
Nice.
on the 3rd step right now.
Okay. Wow, you didn't even have a sip of your beer.
And we're going to go ahead and queue these. Let's go ahead and. Do you want to do Chrome next?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
So remember, we remembered our targets for
Okay.
the last one, so we hit deploy. Those will just be queued. And the same thing with Firefox. I'm going to hit Control D. And they're now just queued.
All right.
So,
that was easy.
Let's see.
And so both of our computers are getting these kind of at the same time, reading from the same source locations.
Correct.
Is that how it works? Okay,
Absolutely.
I got it. I'm following.
All right, so now Java is installed on both.
Okay.
And now they should both be working on Chrome.
Okay.
And next in the sequence will be batter up Firefox.
Okay.
But once we get them out there, once again, our problems are still not solved, not even by a long shot.
Yeah.
Especially when you have just so many different configuration options and people saying, oh my gosh, I can't. It's a nightmare for you as an admin to say, I've got Java configured this way and this person can't even run a Java app.
You could have developers, you could have engineers, you could have sales guys, and each one of them could need their own configuration, or you might have a unified configuration, and then how do you make sure everybody's being nice and not naughty, right?
Yes, that's very well put.
There you go.
So what we're going to do, once again, the easy part here is just getting these things out. What we're going to do now, we're going to introduce Policy Pack, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to go ahead and minimize this. Actually, just to keep us honest, we can see so far on Windows 7 we've got Java and Chrome, which means
I don't believe it. I don't believe it happened that fast. Show me on the real machine again, because I can only see what I can touch.
All
You know
right.
what I mean?
Here we are.
So
There's Chrome right there. You
okay,
can see.
but I don't see it on the list. Why don't I?
F5.
I have to refresh, of course. And there it is. So
Oh, and there's
there we go.
Firefox as
You
well.
got it. All right. So there we go. So from a real touching it perspective, I can see it that it exists now. All right. Excellent.
Boy, magicians must hate you.
Because I want to see every micro
wanna
step.
see it all.
Yeah, I don't believe it until I can believe it. All right. So that's cool. I think so now. So is it on both machines? We're good on both.
Yeah, Firefox is wrapping up on the computer on the Windows 8.
All right.
All right. So now what we're going to do is we've got your the Policy Pack MSIs. These are all of you in PDQ deploy land know how easy it is to deploy an MSI. We're just going to go out to this file. We're going to do the 64-bit. You can do both of them from one package if you want.
Well, you have a cool right-click deploy with PDQ deploy. That is, come on.
What it's going to do is create a package. We'll call this one Policy Pack.
Now, just for the record, we don't call it an agent. I know a lot of folks are scared of agents. Heck, we don't like the A word either. Okay, we're a true group policy client-side extension. In other words, you already have 39 of these moving parts on your machine already. You know them, you love them. The group policy preferences are 21. You know, admin templates is one. Folder redirection is one. You know them already. We just add the 40th. We're just a cousin. We're a distant cousin, not even a distant cousin. We're a kissing cousin to the stuff that's in the box already. So we're not an agent, but you do have to have our moving part out there because we add magic that Microsoft isn't adding in the box.
I'll tell you, you do add some magic. We're going to create two steps here. First of all, since this is the 64-bit one, we'll call this 64.
Okay. And both of these target machines, I think, are 64, right? Okay.
But just because you're probably going to have some 32 bits in your environment as well, we're going to just change this to say only run on 64-bit.
That makes sense to me. Cool.
You can also change your OS if you want, but you guys can still run on XP.
Yeah, it's if you want to run it on XP, well,
into pain.
if you want to, well.
I'm going to duplicate this setting. We'll just change that to 32. And of course, we're going to change our conditions on this one only to 32.
Gotcha.
And our source file, we're going to change it to the x86.
Gotcha.
All right, there we go. We'll save this, and now all we have to do is deploy this out.
All right.
Hit Control D. Remember, we remembered our previous targets.
Yep.
Hit deploy. Drink again.
You know I'm not going to believe you until I see it in the Add and Remove Programs applet. That's just my thing. I got to see it to believe it. All right.
Are you from Missouri?
The show me state.
Yeah. I'm getting that from you.
All right. Yeah, and we're just a garden variety MSI. So once it's out there, the best part is that no reboots required.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So like, I want our viewers at home to think about, like, you've got a bunch of machines that you maybe just broke out of the shrink wrap and you've got them on people's desks. What's going to be your story? How are you going to get the software rolled out, and how are you going to manage it? Now, we just showed you using PDQ deploy how you can get all the software out there and our moving part out there for the next step, which is the management. So that to me is a really good.
And you
setup.
said you're one of those show me once again. So let's
show
go
it
out.
to me.
Let's go out to.
Yeah, show me the Windows 8 machine. I haven't seen that one yet.
I'm going to let you start driving now.
All right, I'll drive.
I'm going to move this over here
All right,
for
so
Jeremy.
let's take a look. Let's make sure you didn't pull a fast one on me here. All right, thanks Windows 8 for making things more complex than they need to be. All right, I didn't say that. All right, so if we go to Control Panel, let me take a look over here. Control.
You spell as awesome as Lex does.
All right, Control, and then if we take a look at Control Panel here, this screen's a little ungamely, but we'll make do. Take a look. Do we get what we're supposed to? Yep. Chrome. We got Java. We got Firefox. You did the job. And hey, look at that. Our client-side extension's on there too. So all the moving parts are there and ready to go.
All right.
So let's start off life in Windows 7 land. And again, no matter how you got this software out there, and it's great that we got it out here this way, the same problem is always going to be there, which is if you run Firefox for the first time, what happens? It asks you a bunch of stupid questions that your users don't want to get prompted for, and then this annoying stuff happens. Nobody likes this stuff, right?
And it usually calls to the help desk. What is this?
Yeah,
what am I supposed to do?
Right, exactly. Not to mention, the home page isn't set, and like for me, like here under security, these things are really important. I mean, we're just a garden variety user. We're somebody named, well, the dude, right? Jeff Lebowski. Everybody knows that guy. So if the dude decided one day to just, look at this, make you less secure, that would be a bad hair day, right? That would not be good.
I don't know what that means.
It just means, we all know. Okay?
Bad beard day.
Bad beard day. So long story short, a garden variety user could be naughty, work around your settings, and kind of not adhere to your IT corporate standards. So just by way of example here, let's go ahead and ensure that these 3 security check marks are checked, and we'll set the home page to something useful. Okay?
Perfect.
All right. So we'll go ahead and click OK here, and we're going to do this using the power of group policy. Now, we did a little pregame setup to get set up here, but it only took about 6 minutes, which is to say we installed a little the admin station piece, which hooks directly into group policy. So I'm going to just go ahead right for my engineering guys, right-click, create a new GPO, and we'll call this Manage Firefox using Policy Pack and GPOs.
And
Okay.
engineering is the OU where these 2 computers exist.
Right. So you see we've got computer side and user side. We can do it either on computer side or user side, but the computers are in the engineering folder, so we're going to do this on the computer side. So under Policy Pack node, okay, and under Application Manager, it's going to scan for available applications. Applications isn't really the right word. They're really packs. So we've pre-configured all this ready-to-go knowledge to manage, well, if you name it, we probably have it. We have about 200 pre-configured applications and a design studio that lets you create your own packs for whatever application you have, including in-home apps.
It's awesome.
Yeah. So if we were to right-click here, go to New Application, I pre-staged some that I thought would be kind of fun to kind of think about. Like, here's Chrome, here's Flash, you know it, you love it. Here's Firefox, all the Oracle Javas. These are some common applications that I know you guys deploy, I know your customers like to use. So by way of example, let's just start off with Firefox 23. And really, it's not 23, it's 23 and later. Okay, that's kind of the way to read that.
Okay.
So if we double click on this guy, look at that. It looks just pretty much almost like Firefox. So if we click on the home page and we decide we're going to set this to www.policypack.com, but let's go the extra mile. Setting it, not enough. Does not prevent naughtiness. We're going to right-click and lock down the setting using this thing called a system-wide config file.
Fantastic.
So it's going to make sure that it's grayed out and users can't work around it. So if we go to security settings, those 3 check marks, see, they look like they're checked, but that's just how it is in the application. What we're going to do is we're going to check it twice. And underline with a check mark means deliver what's in the check mark, okay? So if we wanted to, we could say, I don't know, maybe we don't want to block reported web forgeries, and so we're delivering check, check, uncheck. Does that make sense? The metaphor here? All right, so we're going to right-click, lock this down, right-click, lock that down, right-click, lock this puppy down. So now what we're saying is deliver check, check, uncheck, regardless of what the state is on the user's machine, okay?
Okay.
I'll go ahead and click okay. In fact, actually, let's just start right there. Let's just do that one thing. Just one thing before the other.
Okay.
So we'll go over to our Win7 machine, go to command prompt, and you've done this a billion times, all you administrators and friends out there. You've run GP update. Now, again, Policy Pack is group policy. We hook right into the group policy ecosystem. So when you think group policy, it's just at logon, magic happens.
And we're doing this just for the sake of being able to show this right now. Obviously, your users aren't going to have to hit GP update. This is going to happen
automatically in the background because group policy works in the background. Yeah. We're just accelerating the hands of time. I appreciate that. So now I'm just going to go ahead and run Firefox as this user. And hey, there we go. Boom. Got the home page, and it's asking some questions still because we didn't manage the snot out of everything here.
Yeah, you just wanted to demonstrate just the few settings that were set.
Yeah,
they are now set.
That's set.
Now I want to be naughty. Change your homepage.
Yeah, you try to change the homepage.
Ah.
Okay, so that's grayed out. You try to change the security settings. Perfect. So we've driven in check, check, uncheck, just like we said we were going to. All right, so that's just a quick example. But let's say you had a configuration for Windows 7 that would be different than, say, Windows 8.
Okay, yeah, that's a great point.
All right, so what we would do is we got this, if you're a group policy geek like me, there's a button that's kind of hidden down here. It doesn't matter. It's just called options. I'm just going to click on it. We've got this idea called item level targeting. And this is borrowed from group policy preferences that says, do this set of configurations when these conditions are true. So like maybe I want to do this set of configurations when the operating system is Windows 7, and I'll do another set of configurations, like I'll do a new Firefox configuration, do a new Firefox configuration, and this time I'll set the home page for, type in admin arsenal for me, because I know you could do it 10 times faster than me, because I don't want to misspell arsenal.
I type in policy pack.
There you go. All right, and we'll lock this guy down, but this time we're going to do it, we're going to say the operating system is not Windows 7, therefore implying XP, so we'll say when the operating system is not Windows 7. Does that make sense? Okay, so we've got on Windows 7, we're delivering policy pack as a home page and locking it down. On Windows not 7, which would be Windows 8, we're delivering admin arsenal as a home page.
Now, if somebody had, we have a 2008 R2 for our domain controller. If somebody had a group policy management with 2012 R2, would they be able to do Windows 8?
Yes, that's exactly right. So if your own management station is Windows 8 or later, which would imply 8, 8.1, 8.1 Update 1, and also Windows 2012 R2, you'd have the option of the pull down for 8. It's baked into the operating system, and we borrow from that, and that's just show business.
And so when Windows 10 comes out, the next group policy
the
management,
the RSAT tools, have that stuff built in. You're exactly right.
Awesome.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and we'll run Firefox here, and there it is in the upper right-hand corner. And here we go. Boom. You got exactly what you wanted, and we can. Again, we didn't set every setting, but you get the general gist. If we go back to options here. And boom, there you go. So now we're using the logic built into this item level targeting to say, do this stuff when these conditions are true. And we've got a zillion conditions, like when it's a person's in a group, or when it's a laptop, or it's a desktop, any number of things.
All right, so that's Firefox.
Yeah.
Now, biggest question we have, honestly, more than Firefox, is Java. How can I get Java configured securely across all of my machines?
Okay, easy peasy lemon squeezy. So all we're going to do is we're going to use the same GPO. I know it's called Manage Firefox using Policy Pack, but this could be called Manage all of my apps. It doesn't matter. We could just use this guy.
Perfect.
So right-click New, and we have a lot of packs for Java. We're going to use the 831 pack, and notice that we try to keep up to date with it pretty fast. As soon as Java comes out with a new version, my guy is typically right on it. So if we double-click this guy here, let's first and foremost talk about update, right? So when it comes to update, let me guess. Do your people call you and say, how do I make the pop-up stop when Java wants to update like every 20 seconds?
Absolutely.
And when I go to a web page that requires a latest version, how do I make it shut up?
Mostly, how do I make my users shut up because of this?
Right. Well, fair enough.
Yeah, the help desk is phones go off the hook.
So let's deliver uncheck to both of these settings. So let's not check for updates and not show a prompt when the out-of-date JRE is found.
Perfect.
Okay.
And with the underline, we've got by these settings being underlined and unchecked means this is what we're delivering.
Yeah, underline means go, even if underline means uncheck it. Okay, that's the first thing. Second, let's head over to security. Now, high is fine, but not for everybody. Some people want to do very high, and let's make it sure that users can't work around it. We'll right-click and lock down the setting using the system-wide config file. So we're going to gray this puppy out, lock it down.
And that means even if they're an administrator on that machine, if they were to go to control panel, they would not be able to change it.
Yes, that being said, a policy pack goal is not to prevent local admins from being super naughty. Okay, because a local admin can replace the operating system, they can uninstall applications, uninstall us. So it's not a design goal. We're meant to manage end-user machines, standard users. The next thing we're going to do here is the exception site list. So you got a couple ways you can use it. The replace says, I don't care what they have, what I say goes. Because as far as I'm concerned, it's about you managing them, not them managing you.
Yeah. The prisoners aren't in charge of the asylum.
There you go. So we're delivering 2 Java exception site lists, but here is the padlock to the asylum, where we can right-click and check this out, perform ACL lockdown. We're going to literally take ownership of the sites file so users can't work around it, even if they wanted to.
So it means if they just went and found the exception.sites, tried to edit it using Notepad or something,
we got it. Yeah, we own the file now. Well, you own the file now. Okay?
Yeah.
So let's.
We mean you.
Yeah, we mean you. So let's. A lot of these older technologies are not super secure, but this one is the most secure. Let's force them to use the most secure thing.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to deliver uncheck there, and we're going to lock down, and lock down. I love locking stuff down. So we'll go ahead, click OK here. And this will apply to all of our computers here. So here's, that's it. We're ready to go. So we'll go ahead and run GP update. I know you can't see it in the window over there.
You can't see it, but just to make sure we're not running other commands, he'll show you.
There you go. And as soon as, again, this would happen automatically in the background. No intervention involved. We're just sort of accelerating the hands of time here. And while that's cooking with gas, I'll go ahead and go to Control Panel and go over to Java. Let's go over to the Security tab and shabam! Boom. Very high is set.
And you can't change it.
You can't change it, okay? And if you try to go to the exception site list, this is awesome. If you click on Edit Site List here, even as a user, and you try to remove, and click OK, it didn't remove.
It just gave you that false sense of I
tried to be naughty, but it didn't work. So it's just to prove a point, right? So you can see here if you click exception site list, it doesn't let you actually do that, which is pretty awesome. And if we click back here on advanced and go over to, there you go. So we've driven 2 unchecks and delivered 1 check.
Perfect.
There you go, just like that. All right.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So this is the thing. Once your stuff's deployed, you need a way to manage it. So It's a good kind of better together story. All right, I think we got one more thing. We got Chrome, right?
Yeah.
Let's just do a simple one.
Sure.
So let's go ahead and instead of on the computer side, let's do something on the user side this time. So, but I think we've got 2 users, right? I've got Trixie on Windows 8. Trixie on 8.
And the dude on Windows 7.
Dude on 7, right? Trixie on 8, dude on 7. Great. This is a really common scenario where you've got people who may be in weird locations. Your OU structure doesn't want to conform to anything that might not work for what you want to do. You don't want to have to rearrange your whole world. And the good news is with Policy Pack and item level targeting, you don't have to. So in this example, I'm going to create a GPO and link it to the whole domain and call this Manage Everyone's Chrome. Okay. Now we're going to click Edit here. And on the user side, go to Policy Pack, Application Manager, and now we're doing stuff on the user side. And this, what we were about to do, would normally affect everybody, right? So if I go down and pick Chrome 31 and later, pick that guy, this would normally affect everyone, but we're not going to do that. What we're going to do is I'm going to push a little options button here, now you can't see it, and edit the item level targeting that says when it's the dude, okay? So when it's a user or a security group, okay? Those are the kinds of things that people often want to manipulate, dictate.
If they're in this group, or in this case, just for this
particular
example.
guy, okay? If the user is, and we'll pick the dude, okay? And we can make his, I don't know, let's set his, let's do continue where I left off and show the home button. I don't care. It doesn't really matter what it is.
Okay.
All right. And then if we pick another configuration for Trixie, new Chrome 31, and we'll pick another one here. This one, we'll just go item level targeting filters, and we'll pick another user here. You get the general gist. And we're picking Trixie. Trixie is girlfriend in the movie? Is that the idea?
No. It's Maud in the movie. This is Trixie from Deadwood.
Oh, Trixie from Deadwood. So if we were to pick, let's see, one of these things shows there's the start the homepage URL, default search
But
provider.
look at all these settings with Chrome. This is
here, configure the homepage URL. So
policypack.com.
Sure, policypack.com. You get the general gist. All right. So all the settings, all those advanced settings, all those things like you want to ensure that enable phishing and malware protection is in fact enabled. Boom, you've done it. So go ahead and click OK here. I'm not going to do anything crazy.
No worries.
There.
All right. So we've got. So you just said you just said for Trixie and the dude, 2 different users.
Yep.
I love that. So this is not just per machine. This is you can tailor this per user, per
group, per IP range, per just about desktops, laptops, anything.
Your sales force, your engineering force, etc.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
So there you go. There's so much more. I know we are short on time,
and we're getting the buzzed in the ear that we're over on time, buddy.
So if people want to learn more about your stuff, where do they go?
They go adminarsenal.com. Obviously, Google PDQ deploy. Check it out. The deployments are fast. And then for Policy Pack.
PolicyPack.com. We have a video for just about every scenario. So if you've got a thing that you want to do, we have a page that demonstrates some of the stuff we talked about and a lot of overdrive stuff that we haven't talked about yet. Truly locking down files, just about every application. If you want to manage it, we're your guys. So
are you going to be at Ignite this year?
In fact, I am. I am not allowed by the powers vested in me by Microsoft to tell you what I will be talking about at Ignite. But I will be there with bells on. It's going to be super fun.
I'm going to assume it's not going to be Exchange server.
Correct. It is.
We'll give you what it's not.
It is some new hotness.
Awesome.
How is that? Is that a good enough? Teaser? Some new hotness.
I'll see you in Chicago.
That'd be awesome.
Jeremy, thank you very much. Jeremy Moskowitz, you guys, awesome. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, obviously, hit our support sites, support.adminarsenal.com. Check out Policy Pack. Cannot recommend this guy's work more than, well, I can't recommend it enough. So rock on, everybody. I'm Shane.
I'm Jeremy.
We'll talk to you later.
Thanks.